Hello. Hello. Hi. Welcome back. Hi. Sorry, it's been a while since I streamed. I think it was pretty inactive this week. I apologize, but wow. The work issues are so unstable, so I don't know whether I can stream or not. That's why I'm very hesitant to stream. At least now it's well, at least I know I'm supposed to start on Monday for sure now, so yeah. Anyway. Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's go straight right into it, shall we? Anyway, today's stream is gonna be a little bit short because I need to maintain my sleep schedule because I don't know what time I start yet. The Mod 3 MG4. I think I memed there a bit too much. Don't worry, MG4 has its own niche. So, I did that MG3 VMG4 screenshot, right? It's not that accurate. So, in the end, I went ahead and mod 3'd my own MG4 in order to do an equal comparison. Well, the thing is, right, my MG4 skill 1 is only skill level 6, so this is not MG4 at a full power. Keep that in mind, alright? Anyway, let me just read this to you. I've written a post analysis for MG4 after I've tested her maybe 9 hours ago. Yeah, more or less I tested her when the Taiwan server got the Taiwan server came up. I just went ahead and tested her. So yeah, let me find the summary for you guys. 1 second. Where is it? Where is it? Is it up a little bit more? Here it is. So, don't mind. I'm gonna do something real quick, which is, I'm gonna, instead of me reading to you aloud, right, I'm gonna add this in. So, give me a second. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Here. You guys can read it with me, I guess. Anyway, here's the summary I've written after, after testing her and everything. So, yeah. Let me just read it to you guys for real quick. So, summary. MG4 tiles upgraded to Negative Lewis Light tile coverage. Covers tile 369 from tile 4. You guys know this already, I think. They upgraded the accuracy to 20%, upgraded the armor to 18%. So this is Theater C stacking meme. Yep, this is a Theater C stacking meme. Good for theater stacking, but who cares about theater? But most importantly, it's good for armor stacking in certain scenarios. So skill 2, right? It was not very how do I say this? It's not very clear what was skill 2. So we tested it, and this is what we found out. So skill 2, right? It prioritizes extra ammo from lock and load. If you don't know what lock and load does, lock and load increases the firepower of the doll for some seconds and adds on some ammo to her next clip. So it'll prioritize the extra ammo from the lock and load skill first. If the AP stat, if MG4's armor piercing stat exceeds the target's armor, you convert 25% of the excess armor piercing number to damage. So for example, right, the enemy only has 50 armor, and you're using 500, and you're using the 600 armor piercing shell that MG4 has. There's an extra of 550, so it should theoretically do 25% of 550, right, as extra damage. Yeah. So we found out this only applies for the extra ammo that is out of lock and load. So instead of doing something like, oh, if the enemy has low armor than your armor piercing shell, everything will have extra 25% excess AP to damage. This is not the case. This only applies for the ammo used from lock and load. So for example, lock and load gives you 6 extra shells, right? Gives you 6 extra ammo. So only the 6 extra ammo has this thing here. So this is a red flag already. So part of the skill 2 is only activated with part of skill 1, which is the extra ammo that the MG4 gains from lock and load. So automatically, right, you would think, oh, I need skill level 10, skill level 10, skill 1 for MG4. If not, she won't have enough ammo for this. So this is one red flag that I found out. However, there's this line, which is also pretty confusing. Increase firepower by 5% for 18 seconds, up to a max of 8 stacks. So what I'm seeing here is 8 stacks of 5% firepower. Where does this come from, you wonder? We found out after the first reload, this thing will start stacking from her on every shell she lands or something. So for example, right, after her first reload, she activates lock and load, then this thing stacks up. So in a sense, we're getting an extra 50% from MG4's skill 1. Then another bunch of firepower from this. If you think about it, it's alright, I guess. But the thing is that this is a permanent firepower buff in a sense for MG4, because 18 seconds, right? 18 seconds is exactly the cooldown for MG4 skill 1. So this is kind of permanent firepower buff, I guess. I'm not sure. Anyway, as mentioned, this excess AP to damage thingy from here only applies to post lock and load and the extra ammo MG4 gains, which heavily impacts her damage potential. If this thing affects all her ammo, holy shit. But no. So self-damage buff is nice, but it's not enough to place MG4 mod above MG Titans like Cord, PKP, and M1895 CB in short burst scenarios against hordes. So if you put Cord versus MG4 mod, right, Cord just beats her outright. You put PKP versus MG4 mod, right? It's alright, I guess. But in a short burst, the thing is, MG4 is a second volley MG. So if you do one burst, right, and PKP will just beat her outright, no question. Same thing with KFC. KFC has a long ass first volley, so MG4 mod will also beat her outright. Also, she's not good enough for against PKP, bar mod, and both RPKs in short battle bursts. So 2 volleys, right? We think MG4 mod is good as a second volley MG, but she's not that good in short battles against 1v1, for example. She's not that good against these titans as well. However, with tests from 30 seconds to 60 seconds against multiple enemies, I did do some testing on my own, which I'll show again later. MG4's niche seems to shine in longer fights, more than 30 seconds, with multiple enemies, there is more than 4 enemies. This is due to her special equipment special effect, which bounces her attacks around like a freaking nodalist glaive from StarCraft. So I did not mention that her special equipment, right? If you have a special equipment that she got from her mod 3, she will all of the attacks will bounce around up to 3 times, like Mutalist Glaive or whatever hero from Dota that I don't remember. 0.1 times damage per bounce. So yes, this is something to take note of. At the same time, they'll lower the enemy's accuracy and damage by 1 damage. Stacks up to 8 layers, lasts 6 seconds. So in a sense, right? With this special equipment equipped, MG4 would have a permanent debuff on enemies in terms of accuracy and damage. So this will help your shotgun last longer. In a sense, it's permanent. But then again, right? It only lasts 6 seconds. So, in a sense. Okay, next line. So, we know that Cord will spank MG4 before she gets her past the first volley. She needs to get past her first volley before she gets to do damage. But we look at cases, right, where commanders refuse to dupe dolls. MG4 mod found a new niche, which is kind of a Cord replacement, question mark? I don't know. You do not replace Cord. Cord is tier 0. But if you don't want to duplicate dolls, then I guess MG4 mod can be used. So we look at a case scenario, right? A scenario we had, which is Mirror Stage Ranking Map 2. There were cases whereby we needed armor stacking MGs to fight against massive hordes of enemies. Let me boot up my Mirror Stage VOD so you guys can see what I mean. 1 second. 1 second, please. Where is it? Mirror Stage VOD. Mirror Stage VOD. Mirror Stage VOD. Is it here? Yeah, it's here. 1 second. So let's go to YouTube real quick. I'll show you guys what I mean. Whoops. One second. Okay, so for this fight, right? For example. Well, you guys don't see my VTuber model because it's this full screen, so it's okay, right? So, don't mind the frozen Somi. This is a video. So, for this fight, for example, we do have Lewis, Cord, and Negev. Why not? If you don't have a second Cord, right? We could slap an MG4 mod over here. Or we could look at another team that does the same thing. Let me find it in my... Here it is. So, for example, right, this team over here as well. if you don't have that cord, what would you put here? Do you put in, I don't know, KFC won't work here because KFC does not work well in these kinds of long-ass fights. The reason I have soft mod here is to grenade the gunners. That's why soft mod is here. But if you do not have soft mod here, what would you do? Would you, one, put in some other MG that is one versus one? Or would you put in MG4 mod, which would help here because MG4 mod has armor, helps with armor stacking. She has that pierce now. She has that bouncing glaive now, which helps somewhat in crowd control. So not crowd control, but rather AoE damage. So if you put MG4 mod here, right, and you put in something like RPK 203, it kind of works in this scenario. I know that 818 is not good, but, well, we have to let the numbers say it, don't we? So, in this fight, right, would you think MG4 mod would be viable here because of all that backline trash that can be, you know, lapped by her AoE? So, the reason why I said that MG4 mod is gonna be more like an extended time kind of MG, like for example, right, like what I said here. Niche seems to be in longer fights with multiple enemies. So if you refuse to use cord here, right, she can do well in this scenario because of the special equipment. However, we do not know what's after mirror stage. This is assuming up to mirror stage. So, as mentioned, there were the cases we needed armor stacking MGs to fight against massive horse enemies, like I showed earlier. Horde was pick priority number 1. Negev and Lewis would pick number 2 and 3. What do you pick as number 4? Would you pick MG4 mode? Would you pick RPK 16? Would you pick RPK 203? Would you pick PKP? Would you pick MG5? PKP is not a viable pick here, by the way, because she has no armor tiles. MG5 has not enough DPS. And Bar mod only has 1 tile of armor. It's not enough. So we suddenly have this option called MG4 mod, which can handle that scenario. Plus, she has the armor tiles. But yes, I do agree that MG4 is not the best 6-star released so far. She has her own niche though. That's the TLDR. MG4 has her own niche. Don't count her out just yet. Anyway, let's do some testing and we'll see for ourselves, right? So let's do an example. I had something set up earlier. So for example, right, we do where's that case SEO? Where is it? Is it this one? No, it's not this one. This one. So for example, let's put them here. Let's put the MG4 here, and let's put something like what I did was I slapped in all of the MGs I used in mirror stage minus the core minus the cord, because we know cord will win there. So we're gonna just take out the cord. For you guys that's joining, welcome. So what we have here is a damage test for 30 seconds or 60 seconds. We're gonna put everybody to invincible, and we're gonna let them go. So you can see that MG4 uses pink ammunition. Do you see that bounces? Also, I can't do the burst mode properly for RPK 203 because of the interface lag, but that's okay. But you can see all the bounces MG4 is doing from her special equipment. I'm gonna let them fire until MG4 is on her second skill cycle. After her second skill cycle, I just let it go. Okay, so this is where MG4 shines. This is where she shines. Huge hordes of enemies, they don't die quickly, lots of stuff to bounce around in. Longer fights, over 30 seconds, lots of stuff to bounce around in. You see Negev, you see Lewis here, they're not good enough with such a big stack of enemies. You know, because they are 1v1. If you put MG4 up against 1v1, right, against whatever, you see that, oh, these two MGs will win because they are the 1v1 specialists here. If you if you compare these two with MG4, it's not correct. If you want to do a direct comparison with MG4, it's Cord. But, you know, Cord just slaps her. So we know Cord is tier 0 in terms of area damage. We can't use Cord to compare with MG4. So what's the next MG we can compare her with? So, like I said, the first example we have is in Mirror Stage. We used Negev, we used Lewis, we used RPK. Both RPKs. No, we used RPK 16. We didn't have 203 at the time. So, using this scenario, right, you can figure out MG4 is a solid pick. Even when you're putting them up against Negev and Lewis. But the thing is, right, we need 3 MGs to complete the composition. So, we could do something like MG4 Negev Cord. Oh, sorry, MG4 Negev Lewis. And have Cord on another team with whatever. As long as the armor, as long as you stack enough armor, you know? Or you can do, you know, MG4, RPK. It's up to you. Here's the thing. If you do not duplicate Cord, you need a second choice. And MG4 is a second choice. I know what Cord has, and you put slap on Cord just wins. So here's the thing. Even if you put Cord is just too OP. However, if you have enemies that are you know, extremely high armored, you could theoretically have MG4 beat Cord in that scenario, but we don't have that scenario just yet. So, for example, right, let's do a quick comparison with Cord and MG4 in this scenario. I know that Cord will most likely win, but, you know, just to satisfy your curiosity. So this is max armor with multiple targets. We know Cord win. Wait, this is not multiple targets. What the fuck? Oh well, whatever. This is not multiple targets. 1 second. What else can I do that's multiple? What is the multiple target option? This evasion, this is armor. No, there's no multiple target option. Yeah, this is not multiple target. Let me find something else real quick. So instead of this, we can just take out some stuff. Then we can slap cord in. Cord. If we did this comparison, right, you would see that cord just slaps her. You can see no competition. Cord just wins. You know that. This is no fucking competition. Oh, hi, Fury. Anyway, as we can see here, no competition, Cord wins. Okay? Yes, this is PS Cord. I can put her to single target. There's no point using single target Cord against this comparison because MG4 is using the same niche as Cord, which is the piercing thingy. Piercing is her niche, so we should compare her with her niche and not do something else, you know? That's the thing. When we put on to a mirror stage difficulty, right, we have lots of stuff with medium evasion and medium armor. So if we did medium evasion, medium armor, right, and we let them go, we do know that MG4 will shine here because it's single target, you see. Why does MG4 start shine here? Oh, well, whatever. Anyway, MG4 is still good, by the way. MG4 against single target. I can test that, no problem. No, MG4 is not for individual targets, she's for multiple targets. But I'm trying to show here what's happening when I do single target. So single target specialists, we do have Negev, we do have Barmon, Negev, Lewis, and who is it? RPK. This is my okay, I'll be using these as my single target testers. Against one enemy. Medium evasion, medium armor, okay? It does not bounce when it's firing on a single target. We know that. We'll just leave them be for a bit. Like I said, 1v1 is not that good. But, you know, she's holding her own. Pretty respectable. Still pretty respectable. But you shouldn't be using MGs in one versus one scenarios anyway. What are you doing? You know? You shouldn't be doing this, you know? But yes, she does get more damage even on her second volley, his MG4. Her second volley onwards, she does get more damage. However, when you compare it to other specialists, like the specialist right here, well, she kind of falls behind. Oh yes, the accuracy. Here's the thing with MG4, right? Technically, you can use MG4 with her special equipment. I don't have it here. I don't have a special equipment here, so I can't test that. But she does have pretty high accuracy. 39 accuracy. What the heck? She has 39 accuracy. That's pretty nuts, man. Also, this is not SL10, so this is not MG4 at her maximum. We do know that. We knew... Yes, this is not MG4 at her maximum. So, yeah. Anyway. TLDR, I wouldn't recommend MG4 unless you have everything you need and you can afford the memory fragments and the fire control calls. I want to say that, you know, you could technically look for someone else. You can 6-star someone else first. Don't do MG4 first, please. Anyway, moving on. I want to move on to the next doll, which is XM3. XDXM3, the doll that beat well, she pretty much trashed Wah, but she's not maxed yet. What? 75 accuracy for MG? What do you want me to do? Oh, I see what you want me to do. Okay. So, let me do that real quick. So if we compare to rifles, right? We know that rifles have high accuracy and everything. What if I did this? I'm just gonna put in SAS for the meme. Can I put this here? Who else? Sure. Let's do this then. Well, when you're comparing rifles to MGs, it's not a fair comparison, don't you think? This is not fair. This is not fair. Yep, definitely not fair. But yes, this is definitely not fair. What if I did this one with that setup? just for fun. This, 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 and this. Put them at infinite HP and we'll let them go. SAS Mod 2 skill, opposite of NTW. If the enemy survives, shoot them again. Still not a fair comparison, by the way. Because you do not compare rifles with MGs. Yeah. You don't compare the two classes. They are completely different. Anyway. If you stack the bunch of firepower on it, firepower on her. Let's see what she does. Let's just stack her with firepower. Macro mod? Working as intended. That's funny. Whoa! 2,000 damage. Holy shit. You do not do this. Why are there 200 people here? Holy shit. No, you don't do Exodia. Please don't. You don't Exodia this. Please. Please, no. You want to do against Cord? Cord just beats her outright. We know that already. We know that, we all know that Cord will beat MG4 outright. See? What's the point? What's the point? Cord does better. Cord does better in her niche. You can't use MG4. Basically, MG4 is like below Cord. Anyway, we shall see how the next event will be. If the next event has stuff that are over 500 armor, then we will see fucking MG4 mod doing much better. Yes. This is not a final, you know, analysis of MG4. Of course, every new event shifts the meta, and every meta change we might need MG4 just for this. Yep. Sorry, I don't need to 500 armor. I just need like 200 plus armor and cord losers or something. Yeah. Let's just put 300 armor and quad losers or some shit. We don't have anything that's 300 armor at this time, so or do we? Do we have anything that's 300 armor? Wait, do we have anything that's 300 armor? Judge? Does Judge have 300 armor? Anything here that's 300 armor? Which judge? This judge, I guess? Can I add her? Let's try. Let's try. Oh wait, they have infinite HP. Infinite HP judge. How scary. Holy shit. Yep. They get to walk past. No! They walk past. Let's see how both of them do then. Hmm. Hmm? 600 armor, huh? This is not... She doesn't use armor. What do you mean? If I want to do a comparison, it will be against this one. This shit over here. Which I need to bring an HOC along. I'm not testing 1v1, by the way. That's why I left them on left her on peers. Interesting. Yeah, there isn't anything in the game that's that much armor yet. So we can't test it. Unless we do the Hydra one. I think the Hydra one should have enough. Yeah, the Hydra one should have enough. Oh. Okay. Okay. Let me remove the handguns then. Okay. No, this is just without the SL10. MG4 is still SL6. I have the special equipment now. Huh. Yeah, see? For this one, she will just annihilate, but, you know, with the Hydra, it won't. So, let me just have infinite HP switched on. Then I'll stop it after the second volley from MG4. Huh. So, okay. So we need high armor to use MG4 against Cord. So if it's over like 150, 200 armor, then MG4 would be better than Cord here. So, for example, right, there's this Serenitas node, there's like 100 armor, it's not a lot. But if you slapped in something like Hydras, right, there's like almost 200 armor. Around 200 armor, if I'm not wrong. So if you put this here, right, we know that Cord would be better here because unarmored stuck at the back. This is no challenge. So if we put Hydra here, we'll see that Cord's damage potential is reduced by a ton. Yeah, we can see that core's damage potential will be reduced by a lot after the second volley. So we'll just let them go for 2 volleys, and we'll compare again. So as I mentioned, MG4's first volley is not the good thing. It's whatever past the second volley. You see? Anything past the second volley, she'll start overtaking core, and eventually overtaking her entirely. So she does have that burst of damage from her skill 1. As mentioned, her skill 1 does that over-penetrating thing, plus her damage stacking is from this thing. But yeah, I understand what they wanted MG4 mod for now. Okay, so let me just speak my mind here. So what happened there was, if the armor value was around 180 to 200, right? We saw that core started dropping off because of her skill, right? And her skill, core skill, which is that piercing thingy, is attack pierce through enemies, decrease damage by 30%, and armor piercing by 50%. So what we have here for core is, right, is slap ammo, 500 armor piercing. So you divide it by 2 is 250 armor piercing. So it doesn't have she doesn't have as much extra whatever extra piercing damage or whatever compared to MG4, right? MG4 has 600 armor piercing throughout the thing. She has that bouncing thing that does 0.1%, 0.1x damage. She has the armor piercing converted to damage thingy for a few of the shells after every reload and everything. I think it kind of adds up if the armor is is 200 and above when we do a Cord versus MG4 comparison. However, the fight must be over 2 volleys, which is not what Cord is made for. Cord is made to burst everything important down in her first volley. So it's a whole different what she's used for, what Cord is used for, and what MG4 mod is used for are completely different in a sense. One is like you want everything dead by 1 burst. Then we have MG4, which kills everything eventually, something like a Negev. Like what have you said? Yes, I do agree. This is something like a Negev. Can I call her the Negev of piercing? Something like a Negev. What's happening? Oh, I thought it's generated up already. But yes, like what you guys are saying, she's good for longer fights. MG4 is good for longer fights, but she's not good for 1 volley fight, 1.5 volley fight. She needs time to rev up, which requires 2 volleys, 3 volleys, and so on, you know? Which Mirror Stage has. Like, I'm beating a dead horse at this point. Mirror Stage, Mirror Stage, Mirror Stage. Mirror Stage have these longer fights, right? That last for more than 3 volleys. So I think MG4 mod would be a decent choice for the you know, for what's the fucking thing called? A Mirror Stage ranking. But if you're not doing Mirror Stage ranking, well, she's still good because in the campaign, right, we do encounter some nodes that are of that capacity, a bunch of enemies that you need to burst, that you need to do a sustained DPS rather than a burst DPS. Yeah, you could use Webley for that, but who the hell uses Webley in an MGS in an MG team? That doesn't make sense. But then again, right? It doesn't make sense, but it does make sense. Yeah. TLDR MG4 mod usable. Would I recommend it as your first 6-star? No. Would I recommend it once you have everything, once you have every other important mod settled? Yes. Once you have the important upgrades, newer upgrades settled, yes, I will recommend MG4. If not, no. Important mods such as Hanyang, M4, AR-15, you know, that kind of thing. Hanyang, KSVK, Calico, 416 mod, just to name a few off my head, you know? Okay, so moving on, we do have the next contestant, which is Maki mod. Maki. So Makarov, I'm gonna just do a quick demonstration. I don't have Makarov at SL10 yet, but it should be more than enough to demonstrate what I'm gonna demonstrate. So let's just put this here and put this here. Then let's just do this, and we'll switch this to Strelet. So we can see that with macro, everything's a mess. Whoopsie, sorry. Let me do the adjustments first. Whoops. This one. Okay, so we'll see what kind of damage FP6 will get first, without you know, Makarov's shields. So you can see, right, the kind of damage she's gonna take from the Strelets. What if I did this? You see it, right? The amount of evasion she got from you know, using the skill. You see it? That's Makarov mod in a nutshell. I don't need to say anything. I don't even need to say anything. That's it. Or even better, right? I don't even need to say anything if I just do this. Why taunt when I can do it on twin? Only on a tiles, yes. So when you do it on twin, right? Where the fuck do you put it? That's the question I have. Where the fuck do you put it? This on twin? I don't think twin works because you need to be on a tile. So I think only taunt will work. See, right? Do you see? It works on twin, but you need to be more so in order for it to work on twin, you need to go here. You need to go to this tile over here. activate it, and you see it missing, right? Very, it's pretty inconsistent on Twin. Yeah, I do agree. But you could do it. You definitely can do it. What if I put Taunt? So where would I need Makarov to be? Just here? Nope, she needs to walk up. Okay. So she needs to walk up because it's on her tiles. So if you do this, right, you can see it. All the misses. It's basically TLDR of Makarov mod. No, HS 2000 will not be replaced by Makarov. Makarov has her own niche, which is giving lower evasion targets evasion. So we could see her being used in MGSG question mark. I'm not sure whether putting Makarov and machine gun shotgun would be worthwhile, but she can be used to replace you know, picks like Ceia. Ceia is okay, it's an okay pick, but we could see Ceia and Makarov mod both being used together for super shields. What else can I demo it with? I think you guys like gunners, so I'll show you guys gunners as well. So, for example, let's do this. Macro buffs the lowest stat, by the way. So if I put this on, you see that Dana is evading a lot of the gunner shots now. Once the skill duration expires, she eats shit. So that's how it works. Yeah, you guys can see how it works now. Yeah, lowest evasion on her tile. That's how it works. So, for example, if I put 2 shotguns, right? Wait, does 2 shotgun work? No, 2 shotgun doesn't work because it must be on her tile. So if I put, let's say I put row here. Let's say I put row here and I put Dana behind me. So doing this, right, the you'll see that the shields, the evasion, the buff goes to Dana instead of freaking roll over here. Even though the roll still tanks like whatever, but you know, you get what I mean? Affected by other multiplier? I actually don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know whether the evasion and whatnot is passed on, like, you know. Anyway, this is Makarov. I don't have Unfortunately, my XM3 is not ready. If not, I can have XM3 bully Wah, but I don't have her ready, so yeah. Unfortunately, that's the case. Unless I do this. Both of them have both of them naked and let them fight. Yep. Let's do it. Naked Wah versus Naked XM3, but the difference is SL10 versus SL10 SL10 SL4. XM3 is not ready yet. So the example I'm gonna do it with would be this thing, the combat dummy at night. We're gonna put in low evasion, because let's do low evasion first and we'll move up from there, right? We're gonna put in R93 as well, because R93 is the meta pick, not Wah. Also, I'm sorry for my voice. My voice is horrible today. Also, my brother's sick, down with a cold. Maybe his germs are coming to me now. Actually, let me put M200 here as well, without any equipment, so we can do a direct comparison. So as I mentioned, XM3 is not ready yet. But hmm. Let's try high evasion. What's the SL? SL10, but her skill 2 is SL5. So this is medium evasion, by the way. M200 is gonna beat everyone now, because M200 has the sure hit. Yeah, I know, M200 just wins high evasion. I'm just curious about how Wah, R93, and XM3 would do. I'm gonna let them go one more skill duration. Yeah, not nah. It's pretty close. How about let's try something else? Let's try something else. Let's have these two fight for a bit. Quite a bit, actually, considering both of them are naked, and XM3 is a night specialist. Anyway, what do you guys want again? Multiple enemies, okay. We can do multiple, sure. What do I put there? Whatever. Let's try this, right? At night, and we'll see how they go. Keep in mind, my rifles don't have any equipment, so... Interesting. Oh yeah, this is without evasion. What if I put an evasion into the equation? Oh, that rhymes. Evasion into the equation. Battle's too short. The battle is too short. What were the test cases people used again? No, Striders are not a good test case. Yeah, Striders are not a good test case. Hydras are not a good test case because they don't have evasion. Oh. Yeah, I guess they don't have enough time to rev, so I'm gonna put them at infinite HP. Yeah, it's too short. So I'm gonna put them at infinite and let them go. Huh. Yeah, I know infinite means she kind of changed target, but the thing is, right, I don't have her change target thing at max. Oh. Oh. I see. But yeah, you can see now. The difference starting to appear. Um... The fuck? The fuck happened here? I was not even looking. The fuck happened here? Yeah, okay, let me see it again. Should be Cyclops. And now it's more even. That's correct. Yeah, the target changed. That's why. This is not a fair fight, by the way, because XM3 is not maxed yet. Also, they don't have equipment on. Usually they have equipment on and everything, so this is definitely not a fair fight. But well, I can't do a fair fight right now. So, well, here's one reason I can't do a fair fight. Here's another reason why I can't do a fair fight. Here's another reason why I can't do a fair fight. So, I'm gonna do this another time. But I would say definitely XM3 is gonna be a recommended one. Recommended not tier 2, mod 2. She's gonna be mod 2 pick 100%. But is she worth it though? That's another question, right? Is she worth it to be mod 2? Personally, I would say yes, but yeah, personally I'll say yes, but she has her niche, which is Night Battle. Anyway, for you guys that are just joining, I did say that MG4 was she's serviceable. She's not the broken mod everyone wanted, but she's serviceable. But yes, MG4, if you do a comparison between MG4 mod and Cord, right? If the armor is higher, the less effective Cord will be. And when Cord is less effective, MG4 would be more effective. So you want to deploy MG4 mod in scenarios where the what's the word? Scenarios where armor is a thing and OS is support the Cord. You can support Cord with MG4 mod, so you have double piercing. It will help out a lot with mod clearing and shit. What kind of tests I did for MG4? Armored units, lots of them. I can do it again. I mean, it's already been an hour and a half. Holy crap, that's quick. Anyway, I'm gonna do one more test case, then I'll end the stream. Short stream, I know, I'm sorry. But I need to maintain my sleep schedule. Also, I kind of... I don't have the I don't want to say I don't have the mood to play games and whatnot, but really I don't have the mood to play games. No RMB? RMB's alright. I don't have the frags to monitor. Yeah, because the statement on Twitter was a first impression. I thought that MG4 mod was not good until I got my hands on her. I tested her for myself. That's the thing. I need to test shit for myself before I give a final opinion. But the damage been done. People seen the MG3, MG4 mod meme, and they're like, MG4 mod bad, MG4 mod funny. I can't damage control that. So the best thing I can do is to, you know, do a separate follow-up tweet about that, but nobody saw it, so ha, too bad. Anyway, this was what I was testing earlier. The higher the armor value, the less effective Core is. So watch this. Ha 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 ha, MG4 bad, right? Core's winning, right? Watch. I'm gonna let both of them do 4 volleys, and well... Okay, so what happened there? So, Core starts on piercing mode, which lowers armor piercing by 50%. Both MGs are using slap ammo. MG4 slap ammo is 600 armor piercing. Core has 500 armor piercing, but it's divided by 2 due to piercing mode. So, piercing mode makes her have 250 armor piercing compared to 600 MG4 has. This Hydra over here has 200 armor piercing. So with 200 armor piercing, right, Core will do less damage to the Hydras compared to MG4, which has her, number 1, armor piercing skill 2, number 2, special equipment special effect, which bounces her shots around and everything. So, this is how that came out to be. Another one that people asked me to test would be this test, which I will do right now, which is to stack all of the long MGs like Barmore and so on. I'm gonna let them go at the Hydras, and we'll see. All right. Wait. Oh yeah, that's correct. Because the rest have 180 AP. I don't have that many slap. I don't have that much slap ammo, so you guys have to forgive me on that. So, what happened here? What happened here is these 3 MGs are focused on 1v1. The Bard, the Lewis, and the Negev. Then we have Core focusing on AoE. Then we have MG4. What the fuck is she doing up here? You know? So, I did mention that Core had 500 armor piercing. This is from the new slap ammo that Ceia has. It's been a while now. Then we have MG4's Mod 3 special equipment, which gives 600 armor piercing. We can't access new upgrade tab. Restart your game, there should be a download. There should be an extra package download, if not reinstall the game. I had that problem earlier in CN as well, which I did a full package download, which is like another gig or something. If not, you have to reinstall your game. But yes. Let me try to explain what MG4 does, because new people keep coming in and they're like, hey, what the fuck does MG4 do? Okay. Multi-telescope, yes, multi-telescope. You see these bouncing things that MG4 is doing? That's her special equipment. That's her special equipment doing her work. So, special equipment makes that every shot she deals, the shot ricochets to 3 extra targets at 0.1 times damage. So 0.1 times damage, right? So you see 280, 300 damage done by MG4. 10% of it will be 28, 31, and whatnot. Yeah? Makes sense, right? Next part. Oops. Okay, this makes sense, right? She spreads around damage when for every shot she fires. 10% of the damage would be spread around like a freaking ping pong ball. I need to put the second whatever here, if not whatever's gonna leak. So let me just slap into 2 handguns real quick, just to enhance the damage so it looks better. Enhance the damage, make it look better. So as mentioned, 300 here becomes 63 here and whatnot. So we need to wait for the second body. Okay, second body starts here. Pause. So you guys can see there's a lot of strength up on MG4. If you read MG4's skill 2, you will see that she will increase her self damage by 5% for 18 seconds for up to a max of 8 stacks. That means she gets all of her extra damage from using her number 1, her skill 1, which gives 50%, and number 2, her skill 2, which gives 5%, 8 stacks of 5% for 18 seconds. A full skill cooldown of MG4 is 18 seconds. So in a sense, you kind of have a perma firepower up from skill 2. In a sense. So another thing which happens here, right, is she gets extra ammo from lock and load. The extra ammo from lock and load would 25% when the AP stat of her exceeds the target's armor. 25% of the excess armor piercing will be converted to damage. This only applies for first for extra ammo she gained from lock and load, which is 6 ammo. So look at this 1000 damage over here, okay? We'll go for a bit more and we'll see the damage drop off. 1000. You still see 1000, right? 1200. This is at a max stack. Just pause. 1071. She should be out of extra ammo by now. Pause. Where did the thousands go? The stack will reset. Yes. So she has to restack her firepower up after her lock and load. After her she gets the you know, lock and load again, right? Does it reset? Never mind. Let me find out here. So you guys can see the damage drop off is here. Let me let them go for a bit more, and we'll see how things go. So you see the strength up, right? Keeps popping up. Here. You see it again? It does reset. Yes. So you can see the thousands are coming up again. The thousands, 1100, the 1200s, and whatnot. Then you see damage drop off. Right about now. Where are the thousands? 900, 900, 900, 700. So you can kind of see the damage drop off from the normal overpen thingy. So I'm gonna call that overpen thingy overpen, and I'm gonna call lock and load, you know? What am I saying? I'm not awake enough for this shit. But yes, we'll just let it run for a bit. And you see what I mean. Damage drop off, right? It's the thousands here. Actually, I should fucking stop Ceia's attack buff. 1 second. Am I rediscovering something? Give me a minute. So reduct overpen is like 400, 500, 400, 500. Okay. 400, 500, 400, 500. Does it give the extra? It doesn't. Okay. So we know that the attack buff comes from this lock and load. Yep. So now it's 800, 800, 800, 700, 800, 800. Why is it twice the damage? No, it's not twice the damage. Never mind. Yeah, this makes sense. Yeah, this makes sense. Okay. Anyway, this piece of shit is too complicated. Fuck me. Fuck this thing. Anyway, for the new guy in chat, well, you'll hear career quests. There's a bunch of career quests, IOP, whatever career quests. Play all of them. Get your first team up. First team should be 3 AR, 2 SMG. Get that entire team to 90 and raise your second team, handgun rifle, which is 2 rifles, 3 handgun. If you want to ask more, please visit Reddit, Discord, wherever. It's better than me explaining the basics to 150 people. The bouncy bullets is from the special equipment. So let me explain again. The bouncing thingy is from the special equipment. So let me read it again. Prioritize extra ammo from lock and load. If the AP stat is if the AP stat is higher than the armor from the enemy, 25% of it will be converted to damage. At the same time, increase firepower stat by 5%, last 18 seconds, stacks up to 8 layers. So we know this from the we've already established this this over penetration thingy only comes from the extra ammo from lock and load. This 5% damage stacks up to 8 stacks thingy comes from every reload with lock and load active. When MK4 Slap is equipped, MG Force attacks will then ricochet, dealing 0.1 times damage for each bullet. So we've seen that earlier, all the ricochet that's happening. I've seen that 800 damage bounce to 80, 700 damage bounce to 70, 1000 damage bounce to 100. That's all from this part, which is from the special equipment. The ricochet will ricochet the maximum of 3 times. It will debuff the enemy at the same time, the accuracy and firepower. You debuff the accuracy and debuff the firepower by damage by 1 point. Stacks up to 8 layers, lasts 6 seconds. So, what does this all mean? Holy shit, what does this all mean? So, I'm gonna demonstrate the second part of this shit. So, let me just put in a shotgun, okay? I'm putting a shotgun. I wonder whether it affects the laser. Let's find out. So we can see the lasers dealing 4, 5, 6 damage, right? What happens when the debuff's active? Okay, it's still the same, 4, 5, 6 damage. Let me put him up against gunners instead. Gunners would be more representative. Gunners. Okay, you guys can see gunners deal 4 5 damage to USAs here, right? So, what happens when MG4 uses her burst? Is there a lot more ones I see? Not really. I assume MG4 actually has to hit them. So, let's see again. 4, 5, 2, 4, 1. Okay, so we know her skill 2 actually works, and that's how it works. So what if we combine everything together? This would be much more obvious, of course. This is much more obvious. 53, 76, 70 something. Holy shit, she's dead! Oh, whoops. Anyway. Wouldn't the most obvious one be from Judge? I wonder. Wouldn't it be obvious if I use Judge as an example? Wait a minute. You guys are giving me an idea. Idea time. Big brain idea time. What if I did this? What? I'm waiting for overcharge, not from the default attack. What are you talking about? She died. She fucking died. Can't test this if she dies like that. Okay, let's not do this. This is a meme. Okay. Okay. Nothing else I can do here. I've already explained all the mods in detail. Hopefully this was sort of an educational stream, I guess? Question mark? Oh yeah! Before I end this stream, I have one more thing to talk about, which is GFL2! Yeah, GFL2. Let me just do GFL2 real quick. We did have dev stream? Question mark? Not really dev stream per se. We did get stream from each on site, so let me just go here real quick. Hi. Welcome back to Discord. Anyway, welcome to Jaeger's lair. Look at all the Jaegers. Anyway. So, we did get the Stream 6, or rather Podcast 6 from GFL2. GFL2! Yay! So, remember this character that everybody thought was UMP45? She's not UMP45. Okay, so she's not UMP45. She's the new adjutant in GFL2. Her name is Shen Meiling. Before I talk about game references, do you guys know what this name refers to? There are two games. I'll give you guys 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so in XCOM 2, we have the engineer. Her name is Shen. Yep. Mei Ling is the communications officer in Metal Gear Solid 3. Yeah, moving on. So Mei Ling is gonna be our new logistics officer, replacing Kalina in GFL 2. Two references, by the way. One being XCOM 2 reference, another being Metal Gear 3. So she's gonna be our new logistics officer after the commander started working in the Yellow Zone. So we know that GFL2 is mainly based in the Yellow Zone, as seen in many trailers and shit. So SMK is Smoke. Smoke is the what's it again? The producer for GFL2. YZ is Shijong. I don't need to introduce him. So don't worry about your previous logistics officer, Kalina. She will appear in GFL2. Don't worry. So Kalina is also an important character in GFL2. Mei Ling will have her own backstory. Why did she end up together with the commander in the command vehicle, risking her life in the Yellow Zone and all? Don't worry, she will have her own deep backstory. New characters, I guess. So, Mei Ling's character, she is more introverted, yeah. When compared to Kalina, right, who is more outgoing, Mei Ling is less of an extrovert compared to Kalina. She will be easily embarrassed. Yep. And you have not seen her? Yes, Mei Ling, and here's Kalina. Also, you remember this boss in trailer 4, but she shown up in the end. Yizhong did mention that the boss is a doll, probably a Naito. So, you know, it's a Naito. At the end of trailer 4, okay, so moving on, at the end of trailer 4, right, when the boss appeared, you guys can see that your T-dolls are wearing a Ferrum I can't pronounce shit detectors, you know, that flower detector thingy, which lit up. This hints that the whatever concentration had increased dramatically. They also mentioned this flower concentration thingy will be closely linked with the combat mechanics. So we might see something like, oh no, this place has high concentration of radiation, get the fuck out, you know? Also, Yizhong did mention that they already showcased a lot of already implemented game mechanics like the UAV, the airstrike, and everything. Moving on, remember that Dom trailer? That Dom trailer, which featured Groza and everything? A lot of corny people went and emailed them whether they have that kind of activity in a dorm, which they said no, we're fucking family friendly, get the fuck out of here. Also, this part's important, by the way. If you're having weird thoughts, don't worry, wait for the PC version to be released. You guys can do whatever you want in the backend. Okay, moving on. Other than Groza, you can interact with other T-Dolls in a similar fashion, interactions that involve two people, a T-Doll and Commander. So from here, right, we can kind of expect a similar interaction to what we've seen with the Groza trailer. I don't know. I don't know what they mean by this, but well, the only thing we can do is wait. Every T-Doll will have their own backstory. We'll use state dorm system to enhance each character's backstory. There. Next, this is a very short summary, by the way. This is a 28-minute podcast. If you want to watch the podcast in English, you need to wait. Someone's on it, someone's translating it, give him some time. Q&A, someone asked, can you implement this from XCOM? Can you implement that from XCOM? Which they answered, we are an XCOM-like game, but we are not an XCOM game. Do not expect all game mechanics to be exactly like XCOM. Yeah. I don't need to say anything else from that. Question. Any skins from GFL 1 be ported to GFL 2? Maybe. First consideration will be, can this skin be made in 3D? Also need to consider theme of set skin. In GFL 2, there are two types of clothing, combat gear and dorm gear. In GFL 1, there are certain skins that are not suitable for combat in a GFL 2 setting. GFL 2's combat gear are also more combat orientated, more tactical and shit, because they actually do not have the body they have in GFL 1, which are more protective and everything. Which can protect the dolls and everything more effectively. This way, right? And that will cause the dolls to require to wear armor and everything. So, moving on from that, they are not able to wear a swimsuit in the battlefield. I mean, they need to wear armor to protect themselves. What do you think will happen if they wore a swimsuit in the fucking battlefield, Anyway, to conclude this answer, we'll see whether the GFL 1 skin fulfills these considerations before deciding whether to port it to GFL 2. Okay. This is important, by the way. This question is important. As GFL 2 closed beta testing starts in June, can overseas global players get the opportunity to play the closed beta? Is there any chance whether the global version will get a closed beta testing? Important question, by the way. If you want to play in the closed beta, you can make a tap Billy account. Our closed beta will be using these two platforms, and if you're feeling lucky, you can participate in our beta key lottery. In the not too distant future, once the game client is almost ready, we will start preparing to release the global version. We will also make closed beta testing for the global version. Please stay tuned for further announcements. Basically confirming global. But is it EN? Is it Korea? Is it Japan? Is it Taiwan? We do not know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know about this. This is a big question mark over here. This sounds like PR to me. This sounds like PR because they use the term overseas, which does not mean EN. It could be Korea. It could be Japan. It could be anywhere else because they use overseas. Overseas means outside of China, you know? So this is a big question mark. Are they talking about EN? Are they talking about Korea? Are they talking about Japan? Are they talking about Brazil? Are they talking about Mexico? You don't know. Oh, this question is funny. Is UMP9's name Reina or Lena in GFL2? The answer given was Lena, but the spelling is unknown at this time. Also, some guy from Europe be like, hey, why is the doll body and clothing separated in the art, whatever? I wonder why. I wonder why they made the clothing and the body have different layers. Moving on. Sci-fi weapons, maybe. If the in-game lore technology allows it, who knows? Male T-dolls. There'll be men, but we didn't say there'll be male T-dolls. Yep. This is a banter with Smoke and Yijong, which is funny. T-dolls will be primarily female. There'll be men in the story. We cannot have all women in the game, you know? If there are no men in the game, we can't write our story. Well, I guess. Everyone, please be rest assured there'll be no men running into the T-dolls' dorms. Like the commander, men will be sleeping in the bunks. So yeah, it kind of confirmed that there'll be male support staff and whatnot, but no not saying no male T-dolls, primarily female does not mean no males. Okay? Okay. We're done with GFL2. That's all. If you want to read everything translated nicely and everything, wait for our best good friend, what's his fucking name again? Our good friend in Infinite EU to translate everything. Yeah, that's it. Moving on. Next, I'm gonna just talk a little bit about the close future regarding streaming because, you know, I don't know whether you guys know, but I'm gonna start work on Monday. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And my work start date has been delayed again and again and again and again and again, but they just told me they'll start work on Monday this time and they'll give me more information. So fingers crossed and everything. Over here where I live, they just started a new lockdown. They just enhanced the whatever lockdown procedures and whatnot. So big question mark over there, but I'm most likely gonna be working outside. No work from home for me because I'm part of the hospital. I'm part of the healthcare system. So I have no choice but to go to work outside. Yay! Hey. But yes, going to work and everything do come with some benefits and some shortfalls. Yes, what I've read is not 100% accurate. Please don't take it to don't quote me and everything. Wait for the pros to translate it. I'm not 100% accurate on Chinese to English translations. Okay? So, like I said, with work and everything, it means, number one, less stream time because, well, I'm working, man. I'm most likely going to study while working as well. So less stream time is 100% certain. I'll try to keep the 3 times a week schedule, but no promises, not yet. Number 2, getting constant income would most like would give me enough money set. Wait, eventually I'll have enough money set aside for a second clothing set for this VTuber. So stay tuned for that. I want to get one by Q3 this year. So stay tuned. And number 3 would be GFL streams. GFL streams in general, like you guys seen, I don't do GFL streams as much anymore. I even skipped PL ranking altogether because fuck PL. PL sucks. So no PL stream. But I want to you know, talk about it in a bit. I think you guys kind of misunderstood where I'm going with, oh, I'm not gonna do ranking streams anymore. I'm not gonna do ranking guides anymore and whatnot. Let me just clarify. So, number 1, we know that the cumulative system for ranking is coming soon. We don't know whether it will come in DR or whether it will come in Mirror Stage. Mirror Stage was the first event that introduced it. I'm gonna be assuming Mirror Stage latest we'll be getting a cumulative system. So we don't need ranking guides anymore. Maybe just one short guide where I tell you guys to enter, you know? But that kind of guide is okay. But I want to mention that usually ranking guides for lower spec commanders requires quite some time to complete and everything. People are saying, oh, Ceia just copies Chinese guys. Well, he doesn't make any original content. Well, you guys seen, I do make original content most of the time. So, no. I'm not saying that I'm lazy and whatnot. I'm just saying I will not have time in the future to make such guides, you know? So, moving on in the future, right? I want to, since ranking guides are going to be out of the equation because of cumulative score. Number 2 would be the ranking in EN. EN ranking, I'm going to step down from top 100 because top 100 runs, you need to research, you need to run multiple times and everything. Once I start working, I won't have the time, I won't have the privilege. Some people can do it while they're working, but I'm not them, so nah. The most I'll do maybe is a 5% run, maybe a 1% run. We'll see how things go. I'm skipping PL because PL sucks. I can do DR. I love DR. I love MS. So for those 2, I'll be doing something. And the next one would be the what's the fucking thing called? Yeah. But other than that, don't worry, guides and whatnot for the campaign will still come. I've already done the Mirror Stage campaign guides ready. They're all finished. I've not they are fully edited. I've not checked them yet. I need to check them. I need to find time to sit down. Ow, fuck my leg. Oh, ow, sorry. I need to check the I need to check the guide. Like, I need to sit down here and watch the guide. Sit here, watch myself talking for 2 hours for one guide. So I need to find time to do that. Once I finish watching myself talk about guides for 2 hours per guide. There are 4 guides, by the way. Normal mode, EX mode, NG side, and farming. So that's a total about 6 hours or so of watching myself talk. So I need to find time to do that. Next, after that, I will render the guides. Rendering a 2-hour guide usually would take 8 to 10 hours. So I need to be home to catch it as well, because I don't know whether it will have an error in halfway through and, you know, waste electricity and whatnot. So yeah, that will come eventually. I mean, that Mirror Stage is like next year or something. Am I right? Other than that, yeah, more or less I'm pulling back on the content because work. Because if not work, right? Other than work, right? I want to study as well. Because one of the reasons why I had to go out to work is because that I couldn't secure my next major. So I have no choice but to go back to work and maybe see how things go outside of at work. Maybe do studies part-time and progress from there. Oh, hi Merklings. Thank you for that super chat. Holy shit. Hello, Bert. But yes, other than that, yeah, basically your neat commander has moved on to real life shit, so I mean everybody has to move on eventually, you know? Everyone has to move on eventually. Okay, so next skin, next clothing for this Somi. For this Somi model, I'm gonna deviate from the Somi model. I'm gonna do something that's more, how do I say this? More refined to my style. Alright? It's more refined to my style rather than doing full Somi like what I have right now. But it's gonna change a little bit. Just a tiny bit. I'm not sure whether you guys would like it, but I'll like it. So, fuck you guys. This is my model. Okay. Okay. Sorry. I don't know why I just bursted out with that. Alright. All that talking aside. Yeah, let's wrap up today. Yep, let's wrap it up. Thank you for being here. I saw there was like 200 plus people peaked, but it's just because I'm doing GFL, so ha ha ha. Nah, I won't graduate from VTuber. I'll just stream less because real life, you know? Okay. Anyway, as usual, thank you for watching. Have a good day, have a good night, stay safe please, because well, the virus situation is fucked up right now, so please stay safe. And as always, have a good day. Super chat wise, thank you Merklin, thank you so much for the support, man. I'm gonna give you bird seeds or something. Do you eat bird seeds or do you eat sun seeds? Sun seeds? Sunflower seeds. Seeds? Brain not working. I'm sorry. Thank you. Have a good one. Stay safe. Shut up, psycho. Also, the music, someone wanted the music, is from Mirror Stage.